Imagine this. Some of the most well-known celebrities you've ever heard of, names that blazed on stages and screens decades ago, are still going strong and breaking all the preconceived notions we had about aging. You're going to be shocked when we get into the oldest stars who are still living in 2025. I promise, these legends, who range from rugged cowboys to hilarious men and beautiful women, have incredible stories to tell and are still alive at ages that are beyond the comprehension of most of us, because each one is a jewel, and you won't believe how they're holding up in 2025. You must stay to the very end. Let's get started and get to know these amazing people who have endured beyond the test of time. Let's start with Terry Moore. As of March 2025, she is 96 years old and still going strong, having been born in 1929 in Los Angeles. Before settling on Terry Moore in 1948, Terry, whose true name is Helen Cofford, began her career as a child by modeling and performing under various aliases. She played the child who tames a large gorilla in the 1949 film Mighty Joe Young, and at the age of 23, she received an Oscar nomination for Come Back Little Sheba in 1952. Although they kept it quiet, she was married to Howard Hughes, yes, the billionaire, for a crazy journey from 1951 until his passing in 1976. Terry had 4 children and had several further marriages following Hughes, including one with Jerry Rivers until his death in 2001. She is now more reserved. Her last sighting was in 2022 at a Hollywood function, where she appeared weak but cheerful. She's 96 years old and still very much alive, and it's incredible that she's survived this long. Dick Van Dyke, who was born in West Plains, Missouri, in 1925, comes next. He will turn 100 in December 2025, but he is still a legend who refuses to give up at the age of 99. You may recognize him as Bert the Chimney Sweep from Mary Poppins in 1964, Dancing on Roofs, or from The Dick Van Dyke Show, the sitcom from the 1960s, in which he stumbled over ottomans and made us giggle. He has 7 grandchildren that appear in his projects, as well as 4 children from his previous marriage to Margie Willett, which ended in 1984. He married 46-year younger Arlene Silver in 2012, and he claims she keeps him young. Dick has been candid about his battle with alcohol since the 1970s, and he even won a Daytime Emmy for Days of Our Lives at the age of 98 in 2024. He is proof that 99 can still be vibrant, as evidenced by his last appearance in 2024, when he was seen smiling and tapping a cane in Coldplay's All My Love music video. Be patient with me, this man is a gem. In relation to Arlene Silver, let's give her a call. She is 53 years old and was born in 1971, making her one of the younger stars. Yet she is connected to Dick's story. In 2006, she met him at an awards show while working as a makeup artist, and despite their different ages, they clicked. She has been by his side since they got married in 2012 and even co-produced that Coldplay video. Although she isn't the main emphasis here, she helps keep Dick content and active, which is one of the reasons he's still glowing at 99. Isn't it sweet? Let's continue with the true old-timers though. Hold on, Alfred Hitchcock isn't living, even though he's on the list. This suspenseful genius, who was born in London in 1899, gave us Psycho and the Birds before dying at the age of 80 in 1980. Perhaps his legacy led to his name being mentioned, but since we are discussing living celebrities, let's move on. There are no ghost stories today, only people who are still alive in 2025. The next is Melanie Griffith, who is also younger. She was born in New York City in 1957 and is currently 67 years old. the daughter of Tippi Hedren, whom we will discuss later. She was nominated for an Oscar for her performance in Working Girl in 1988 and was married twice, to Don Johnson and Antonio Banderas from 1996 to 2015. She still performs. Her most recent appearance was in The Trainer in 2023. She has 3 children, including Dakota Johnson. Her Hollywood roots bind her to this list. Even though she is not old at 67, she has years to catch up. So let's concentrate on the true seniors for the time being. This giant is Clint Eastwood, who was born in San Francisco in 1930. He was the cowboy king in A Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, before becoming a brilliant director with the Oscar-winning films Unforgiven and Million. Dollar Baby in 2025. At the age of 94, before Hollywood snatched him up, he did odd jobs as a steelworker and lumberjack during the Great Depression. He's still going strong after 8 children, 2 marriages, to Dina Ruiz in 1996, 2014, and to Maggie Johnson in 1953, 1984, and a $375 million wealth. He directed Juror Number 2 at the age of 93 in 2023. He was seen on the Georgia set, appearing tough but slender. Clint is a living monument at the age of 94. He is tough, unwavering, and unrelenting. Mel Brooks, who was born in Brooklyn in 1926, comes next. The comedic deity who brought us Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein is now 98 years old. Before making us laugh, he served in World War II, defusing bombs, and began writing for Your Show of Shows in the 1950s. He was married to Anne Bancroft from 1964 until her passing in 2005, and they had 4 children together, including World War Z star Max Brooks. Mel received an honorary Oscar in 2024 and is an EGOT winner, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. He still has that flair at 98, as evidenced by his last appearance at a 2024 premiere. Slumped over, but cracking jokes. What's his secret? He claims that laughter and supportive friends are what keep him going. The next up is Terry Kilburn, a British-American actor who migrated to Hollywood as a child. He was born in London in 1926 and is currently 98 years old. You may recognize him as Tiny Tim from A Christmas Carol in 1938 or Goodbye, Mr. Chips in 1939. After performing through the 1950s, he left the cinema to pursue a career in theatrical direction. He has not disclosed any significant family information, although as of 2025, he is still alive, as was last mentioned in a 2023 fan letter response from California. Terry, a 98-year-old recluse from the heyday of Hollywood, lives out of the spotlight. Another younger one is Robbie Benson, who is currently 69 years old and was born in Dallas in 1956. He starred in Ice Castles in 1978 and provided the voice of Beast in Beauty and the Beast in 1991. He has 2 children and has been married to Carla DeVito since 1982. He has taught film and directed television shows, including Friends. He's fit and talkative, last seen in a 2024 podcast interview. He's not old enough to be at the top of our list, but his early notoriety allows him to get in. He still has many years to go at the age of 69. And now for Gene Hackman, who was born in San Bernardino, California in 1930. He would be 95. But here's the catch. According to your list, he passed away in 2025. Yet as of March 28, 2025, that hasn't happened yet. He is 95 years old and was last seen in Santa Fe in 2023. He appears weak, but is still strolling with his wife Betsy, whom he has been married to since 1991. After Welcome to Mooseport, he retired in 2004 and won 2 Oscars. one for The French Connection in 1971 and another for Unforgiven in 1992. He has maintained a quiet profile with his 3 children, from his first marriage to Faye Maltese, 57, 86. Gene is still alive and enjoying peaceful days at the age of 95. Let's hope he lives past this year. Born in Newark, New Jersey, in 1924, Eva Marie Saint is a treasure. She won the 1954 Oscar for On the Waterfront, making her the oldest living recipient, aged 100, in July 2025. Cool and sophisticated, she co-starred with Cary Grant in the 1959 film North by Northwest. She has 2 children and resides in Los Angeles. She was married to Jeffrey Hayden from 1951 until his death in 2016. She last appeared on screen in Winter's Tale in 2014, and through 2021, she has been doing podcasts like The Pack. She is small but brilliant, and after 100 years of grace, she is still glowing brightly when spotted at a 2024 charity meal. And lastly, Ali MacGraw, who was born in Pound Ridge, New York, in 1939. She broke hearts and received an Oscar nomination for Love Story in 1970. She is currently 86 years old. She has 1 son, Josh Evans, and was married 3 times to Robin, Hohen, Robert Evans, and Steve McQueen, 73s and 78. She relocated to Santa Fe after performing, where she concentrated on writing and yoga. At 86, she is all about peace and was last seen in an interview in 2023. She is slender and has silver hair. Her shine from the 1970s maintains her on our list, even though she isn't the oldest. These celebrities demonstrate that age is but a number. Terry at 96, Dick at 99, Clint at 94, Mel at 98, Terry Kilburn at 98, Gene at 95, Ava at 100, and Olia at 86. They have all overcome the odds, and some are still working while others are relaxing. Robbie, 69, and Melanie, 67, infiltrate with youthful energies, whereas Hitchcock is a mix-up, dead since 1980. The perk that keeps Dick going is Arlene. They are still alive in 2025, after having witnessed everything: wars, celebrity, and failures. Legends like Clint's directing, Dick's dancing, and Ava's shimmering never cease to astound us. What is their trade secret? While Clint is all grit and Ava has grace, Dick says love and chuckles. Ali has composure. Gene has quiet strength. Terry Kilburn has memories. Mel has humor, and Terry Moore has vintage Hollywood enchantment. Despite having millions, Clint has 375 million. Gene has 80 million, and Dick has 50 million. They are not sustained by their wealth. It takes a little bit of luck, heart, and hustle, because here is live history. Stars who refuse to give up stay to the very end. The oldest celebrities still alive in 2025. There you have it. Who amazed you? Tell me about your favorite or someone you believe to be long gone in the comments section. Give this to a friend who like comedy or vintage films, and click the subscribe button to get more captivating stories. See you later. These people are proof that a true star is unaffected by time.